So our featured guest for today is Miss Karen Abarca, who is the owner of Sinag Lokal. Hi, Karen. How are you today?
Hello. Yes, thank you so much. I had to go on mute because I know I was gonna say a lot of things in the background. Good day, magandang tanghali, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat, to all the viewers all over the world. As Antoinette has mentioned, we have viewers from Italy. Hi, Arvin. We have from Alabama, Trexia, New York, and of course here in Massachusetts, also in Philippines. So, hello sa inyong lahat. So let me just introduce myself. I'm Karen Abarca. Hello. So I'm born and raised from Muntinlupa. Hello mga kakosa. We call it Kosa for whatever reason. They all know about it. So yes, so my background is from multimedia ever since. So I graduated from College of St. Benilde. So Animo Lasal sa inyong lahat dyan. After graduating, I only spent about 1 year in Manila. I worked in ABS-CBN. So mga kapamilya dyan, hello. And then after that, I quickly moved to Singapore. So from the promise of just spending, living there and working there for 2 years, I have lived and worked there up to 12 years before I moved here to the US. So 4 years of that, I was doing a lot of editing and graphics for TV commercials, and then the remaining 8 years I moved on to a corporate setting for better career path. So, and then eventually after that, the same company that I was working for 4 years there transferred me to Boston. So in 2020, that was in February, actually right before pandemic, 2 weeks before pandemic, it was already pandemic, COVID-19 in Singapore then. So I had to rush my transfer thinking that I might get stuck somewhere. So I moved there, moved here in 2020. Um, and then of course, I immediately connected to the Filipino community here. First person to meet virtually actually was Mom Lidi Chan. Hello, shout out. She was so nice. She connected me to the right people here before I even moved here. So that was good. And then eventually I met a lot more of amazing Filipinos. Ate Richie, Mommy Arlene, Mom Bernadette, of course, Manong Rudy Hermosa. Thank you so much. And Leia, also one of my very first friends here in Boston. And then after that, yeah, so I've been in the same company for, I don't know, maybe 8 years now, from Singapore and then here. That's a Boston Consulting Group. I am part of the global marketing, multimedia as a senior manager. So that's my full-time job. And then Sinag Lokal is actually one of my babies. It just started in January of this year. And I was inspired to do this because I attended one of the good events in Lexington, which is Eskwelahang Pinoy. And I realized there's actually no apparel, original apparel that's being sold in the event. It's all food, not, but it's great because the food is great, obviously. But I thought, you know what? I have a background in graphics and I have a background in marketing, and I'm always wanting to do something that's really unique and something that I can call my baby. So Sinag Lokal Apparel is actually born maybe around January or February. So from ideation to execution, that was really exciting. So Sinag Lokal Apparel is an original apparel brand. All designs are minimalistic and simple, black and white only for everyday wear. So all designs are designed by yours truly. Right now, we only have t-shirt and hoodies. So for the apparel, I actually have a team in Manila. Shout out sa mga ka-team ko dyan. Sinag Lokal Manila team. Wait, I have their names here. I don't want to forget. Sinag Lokal Team Manila, Boss Kim, JZ Edward, Puppet, Fe, and Miss Alita. Thank you so much for your support. Sila talaga ang nagpo-produce ng aking shirts. And then we try to get it here most of the time through friends passing it, like from their luggage, extra luggage. So that has been my way of shipping the apparel here. So thank you so much for all the love and support. And yes, besides that, to supplement the brand, I also have Sinag Lokal podcast. So we guess a lot of people here on the show. So our last episodes. Obviously, thank you so much, Tambiotics, Sir June, Ian, Clyde, Chef Paul, Chef Meros, and Boss Israel and Lyndon. And actually, we recorded Mom Bernadette yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, the other day. So that's watch out for that for the latest episode. So far, that's it. Yeah, we're going to an event in Harvard. We'll be attending that. So looking forward for that.
Thank you so much. That's a ton of info, and thank you for letting our audience be aware of what you do. As what I've said, and as what we always emphasize every week, that Filipinos in Massachusetts Live, or Filipinos in Live, is always here to help all the entrepreneurs and all the business owners out there. Karen, what's the heritage and the cultural influence? Or is there any like cultural influence or heritage that that is part of like designing your themes and all your different products for Sinag Lokal?
Yes, definitely. So as I mentioned earlier, my background is in multimedia ever since. So that's also the degree that I had. So coming here, I was thinking about like how am I able to be part of the community? And that's been a struggle in the beginning because I came in during the pandemic time. And then as the world is opening up, or as Massachusetts also like opening up, I've been attending events, Filipino events, slowly. And then I came to an idea of having an apparel original clothing line that is designed by an immigrant like me, a business owned business. So that's what I was thinking. Most of my designs. So first, I was thinking about designs that should be minimalistic. Something that Filipinos all over the world, or at least here in the US first to start, like an everyday wear. So this is actually one of my designs right here. And as you know, Philippine flag actually has the three stars in the sun. Hence, the design is like that. And I also have a core idea about promoting like family in my design. So I created a design also that's by buying script. It's a traditional script writing of the Filipinos. And so I created like a family or familia design as well. So that's one of my bestseller. And then yeah, overall, I think it's just really how do I create something, or how can I utilize my skill set as well, not just doing my full-time job, but also connect with my community. So I created Sinag Lokal.
One of the things that we like to do in Filipinos in Live is really just showcase and help share the journey that you've been on thus far, and how you've accomplished and been able to push through the boundaries and obstacles that might have been there from the very beginning. Karen, I'm actually super excited to hear about
My struggles.
well, not struggles. We don't have to call them struggles. The obstacles, the challenges, the triumphs.
It's amazing. No, I actually embrace the struggles. I mean, that's what makes it more colorful, right? So, like for me, my journey really is that first, obviously, it started as a really great idea. I've never seen anything originally designed. Um, when at least I would attend the events, so that became the initial idea where it came from. So, and then eventually, I was actually posting teasers, and I didn't even have the shirts yet produced, honestly. So it's like you just gotta tease and tease and tease. And I started the podcast first episode with Tom Biotics. We didn't have a shirt yet. I only had samples, like 2 pieces each, a design as a sample. But you gotta do what you gotta do. I was trying to hit the deadline, but obviously sometimes there are setbacks in terms of like shipping. So um, you know, I think one challenge for me, even right now, is shipping the products. It's non-food. It's a shirt, but they also come in kgs. They have to be, and it's not easy for me to just reach out to, like a shipping company. It's expensive. Via DHL, it's expensive, and you want to cut costs all the time. In businesses like this, so I have been so blessed, honestly, to have friends who were more than happy to like you know sh- um give me or share me their spare kgs when they fly to Manila and then come back here. And actually, I want to like give a shout out to them because they've been so great to me. So Boss Jonathan, actually, he's watching. He was, every time I would see someone like there in Philippines, I would ask like, hey, do you know, do you have any extra kgs I can like have my box to like come here? And obviously Filipinos in Massachusetts are very, very supportive and very loving. Again, family culture, um Boss Jonathan, Leia actually like through Korean Air, she just like brought the box with her just this week. And then Pia Castro actually she's also bringing 15 more kgs when she comes back here on August 23. So that has been like a journey for me, like bringing the products here. But besides that, obviously I have a full-time job, and this is just my I would say a side gig or my side baby. I also have my son with me full time. He's a 6 year old, so that's a lot. But at the same time, this is something that's very close to my heart. The brand is me, the brand is Filipino. It's for my community. We do podcasts, challenges with the podcast, obviously, like as much as you want to. Um, Bring everyone in the podcast, scheduling is always something that you have to really align with them, because as much as they also want to share their time, you also have to make sure that they're less busy when you schedule them. Obviously post production of every episode takes a long time and a lot of work, so on top of my full time, that's something that I would do as well on the side. So but it's all exciting. Again, like I said, I embrace all these challenges, and surprisingly I'm always like finding help from people. Like I said, they're more than happy to bring a box for me, so to coming here to Boston. So that's really awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, yeah. Well, one of the things that I want to I mean, what I heard from you, Karen, is just resources are so limited for an
Yes.
entrepreneur, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you, Karen, as well. Is like, what advice would you give to anyone who's looking to potentially start a business, or maybe is just hesitating and is just too scared, or just doesn't feel like they have the know-how, that don't feel like they have the resources? What advice would you give to them to hopefully inspire and encourage them to chase their dreams?
Yes, I mean for myself, I always get this comment a lot, like how can you do all these things? You have your full-time job, you have your, you're a caregiver full-time for your son as well. For me, it's this is going to be a Miss Universe question answer, but then I'm just going to say it anyway because it really like aligns to what I believe in. Um Anything that excites me, I have to do it. For if it excites me, I have to do it. From ideation to execution, I'll do it. Doesn't like it again, if it's multimedia, that's something I know of. If you ask me about food or like real estate, I have no idea. Go to Ruben, go to Charles, and go to Bright Light for food. Go to Tita Cora for mortgage and stuff like that. I don't know that. I only know multimedia and marketing, so that's what I would do. um Obviously business, if you're a hard worker, then it's for you. Hard working and smart working also comes in hand. And then a core for me also is family. So it's like, you build your network, you build your Filipino community slash family where you are, and that's how you kind of engage your customers as well. So a lot of like networking, like I would say genuine networking, not just, a lot of making friends and stuff like that, but that's something that comes naturally with Filipino. So that's not going to be a struggle. And surprisingly, this brand is still a baby. It's originally designed, but I'm getting a lot of love, actually, really not just from friends here in the US, but actually my friends in Manila and my friends all over the world. So that's really nice. Everyone's asking me like, where can we get it here? So I had to like create an Etsy account for that, so they can they can actually get the products over there. But anyway, yeah, so my advice really is, if it's something that's close to your heart, you know what you're doing with that. Obviously you're gonna have a lot of challenges, and you're gonna come across like a lot of struggles, I would say. But obviously, if you're surrounded with the right people, and again, if you need to connect with other people, it's so easy to do that within the Filipino community. That's not even a, yeah, yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's it for me. So I'm just really lucky to have like the right support, family, and friends that always like would make sure that they encourage me to just do it, keep on going, you inspire us and stuff like that. So even more, you do more things for them. So
Maraming salamat, Karen, Rose, and Utan. Thank you for being guests on today's show.
you're so welcome.
Thank
you
you
know,
all for having us here.
it really creates this for us. Again, what we're after is really creating this community where people support each other. We're doing this for the community, by the community. So hopefully in the future we can come and be part of future productions.